I'm hungry.
Hello, everybody out in the digital land of streaming, etc. What's up? It's your boys. Uh, yeah. Hi, everybody. Please forgive any weird technical business. I am house sitting, which is awesome because I get out of my parents' basement, but less awesome because I can't hardwire into the internet here. So please let us know if there's any quality issues, anything that's weird. We will try and fix it as best we can. But we also don't know if it's happening if you don't tell us. So please do. Yeah, welcome. My name is Gaz O'Lean. I am the king of all things gamer, and this is a channel that I share with my manager Glenna, who will do a lot of like gaming stuff. I of course started it, got bored with it, and then immediately made her do most of the stuff. But we come back occasionally to hang out with the kings, with the boys. We've got a show coming up next Saturday, and 7 p.m. at the Grindstone Theater in Edmonton. So please check it out if you can, and if not, hang out with us for the next 2 hours as we just sort of like chat and whatever. Go around the horn, have the boys introduce themselves, fight for it.
Oh, not fighting.
Oh,
We gotta keep it chill.
yeah. No fights this morning, please.
All right,
Oh, wait, it's not morning anymore.
it's the afternoon, my guy. It is fully 2 o'clock.
I had a nap. That's why I'm confused.
No, that's
A little
fair.
nippy nap. Yeah, I guess I can go. My name is Rock the Glock Harding, and now I have two places I can watch myself, which is gonna be a problem. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, dude. I hear that. What's your vibe, Rock? What's your
My vibe is that I like looking at myself. No. My vibe is that I enjoy working out. Hence why I've got this amazing pump cover up on that I stole from my mother because she used to be a lab technician.
There you go. All right.
Nice. Nice. I also stole this sweater, but it's one of my roommate Shani's. I'm actually in her space right now because I don't have access to the internet in my basement. I just don't like the vibe. Brings too much chaotic energy into my sanctuary. But my name's Mark. Just Mark with a Q, one name only, like your boy Cher or your boy Kesha. And I am your king, your guru, you can say, of all things spiritual relaxation and all things green. Normally, I'd take a mad hit on my vape right here, but Twitch said no. So I'll have a sip of coffee instead.
A different kind of drug for the mind.
The drug that we all are totally fine with and never talk about as a stimulant drug.
Yep.
Yeah. Cheers.
That is something I find pretty funny. Getting into a world where people just casually have a drug every day and they get headaches if they don't have it. That was a big surprise to me. Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, hey, I'm Brigham Hung. To be a Mormon, hence my coffee confusion. Yeah, I got kind of adopted by my boy Mark. Normally I sleep on his couch, but today I'm visiting family, but right now they're all at church. So I'm in the dark basement hanging out with my boys online.
It is dark in there.
Yeah, dude.
Do you stub your toe a lot? I'd stub my toe a lot.
Yeah, I do, and I trip on things, but I try to be quiet and make no noise, to not bother anyone while I'm here. So it's good that we can hang out while my family's in church.
Yeah, man, we're
Yeah.
glad to have you.
And I don't think Austin can introduce himself verbally because he's too cool to speak. But hey, Austin Otto.
Hey, buddy.
Uh,
Austin, of course, is our accompanist. So if you come see us on Saturday, this guy will be keeping it fresh and funky on the keys, which is super sick. And yeah, he's got his SoundCloud thing too, right, man? Autumn Flow. Yeah.
yeah, he will be joining in chat under Autumn Flow and giving us his takes there, which is good. But yeah, otherwise, this is a just chatting stream because that's what your boys do best, really. On our podcast, we get people to submit their questions, and we give them, of course, our wonderful life advice, given our expertise, just as guys. But yeah, we played some Game of Life last week, which was very fun. We were all, well, me, Rock, and Mark were in a cool like studio setup that we had, which we're not there today because some of us are sick. So we don't want to get worse, and we want to get better. So we're doing this setup. But yeah, it's
You and me who didn't get the chance to watch that stream, who won the game of life?
Yeah.
that's a good question. I
I
think
think it was Mark.
I think it was
First
Mark.
one I won. Yeah,
And I think Rock won the second one.
possibly.
That sounds about right. Rock, strangely, beat us all in the knowledge stat.
Why is it hitting my brain heart like that? That's so mean.
What? No, dude.
No, you
It's
bring push it, buddy.
You're punching down on me.
I'm not.
I've been reading some feminist works, and apparently it's not funny. Don't punch people who are shorter than you. Don't do it.
I mean, I think we're the same
Which
height.
feminist
But...
works have you been reading? I need to know.
Yeah, please.
I read a tweet.
Oh yeah. Fair. Very legit.
Do you remember who said it? Who
No.
the tweeter was? No.
Twitter.
I don't remember what it said either. I just remember thinking to myself, man, women.
Yeah. That's the vibe. Also, in case you're unfamiliar with the lads, a lot of us don't usually have mustaches, but of course it is Movember, and we are growing those stashes out to raise awareness for men's mental health. That is a real, actual thing that will be set up with our sponsors at SNSYEG. SNS Improv will have a way to donate to the cause, because it's really important, and like patriarchy hurts everybody. And everyone should be able to have access to the healthcare that they need. And also get your prostate checked.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, you don't want to check and find polyps too late. That's
Nah.
important.
Also,
I like that word though, not gonna lie to you.
Well,
Got so many peas.
sorry, we'll try that one more time.
Oh, I just said I don't like the word polyp. It's got too many peas. Well, plosives.
I like
think
it's
the
like a
problem with
pull-up.
that word is the olip. I don't think it's the peas at all. It's the olip. It's the mouth shape. No good.
No, it's like that argument we had about how it's not Olive Garden. Yeah, I remember. That was a bad day, press bro, but it's okay. We got ourselves back together.
It's because the P is like a bilabial plosive, which means you use both your mouth, your lips.
Labia? The P is a labia?
The lips! That's what it means, lips, Rock.
That makes a lot of sense.
In both places, it means lips.
Oh.
Both the mouth and the south mouth.
The mouth of the south mouth!
Yeah, dude. See, these are the kind of gems. Yeah. Well, yeah, do you not have headphones, my guy? That's,
I don't own headphones.
oh, we gotta change that for you, bro. It's a real
You have
experience.
our headphones on?
No.
No, I mean, unless we get a lot of like feedback from you, in which case, absolutely.
Tell me if I'm a problem, please.
Oh,
I'm
You're
willing.
never a problem, Mark. You're the best.
Where's that? Show me that cat.
oh, got an orange
that
cat.
cute cat, bro.
Oh, look
I
at
don't
that.
have a
Oh
cat.
my god, that cat's got big eyes. Hey, I love you.
Cat's gorgeous.
That's a good cat.
I got my friend here too. He's my little.
Oh, I
head
thought
farm.
that was also a cat, and I was like, bro, your cat's sick. You
Yeah,
gotta
I
take
had-
your cat to the vet.
I had a friend who made this for me. Oh, man!
Oh, nasty.
Yeah.
Dude, I did not.
Oh, baloo.
We don't have a gore warning on this.
I was just gonna say, I don't have a gore warning. We're gonna have to mark this in the VOD.
That's not gory. It's fake.
It's plastic.
Do they allow people to like do gore on Twitch? Like
No, I don't think so. What's up?
Self-harm and other harm. I think they got harm rules.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. No, that wasn't alive at any point.
It was always stuffed.
It was always
Surprise.
dead.
Hello, Leah.
Yeah.
Hello, Leah, in the chat. Greetings from hell. Yeah, we're
Oh.
right here with you.
Yeah.
But thank you for
Welcome.
tuning in.
Welcome to our special circle of hell.
Yeah.
A fun idea. I saw this when I was on. Sorry, I gotta keep adjusting my walking.
Sorry, lay it on us, man.
So I saw this video online where people are trying to measure 6 inches without looking at the thing, and so we see how what everybody gets.
Oh,
I'm gonna get it perfectly because I'm gonna do it with myself and I'll be able to look,
Oh,
but the
I'm
rest of
about-
you won't be able to
You're right
know.
here, too.
okay. All right, so we just have to guess what 6 inches is.
Yeah. So like I'll start, and then you would tell me when to stop.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were already playing.
No.
Okay, well, let's test you first, because guess what? Shanny leaves shit lying around everywhere, so I've got one too.
Oh,
You want to give it a go?
Yeah.
You think the master can do it?
Yeah.
There.
There.
Here? Who
Uh,
stopped me?
that was
said it
Brigham.
earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a little less than that.
You think it's like there? Is 6
Yeah.
inches for you?
Yeah. I mostly use centimeters.
Brigham, that is 3 3/4 inches.
Oh.
You can tell that Brigham's.
I've never had to measure anything 6 inches in my life before.
Yeah, no, he's got more than that, dude, and we know it.
Wait. Oh wait, no. Wait. Hold on. I didn't know we were starting again.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
sorry.
like a flip.
This one, everyone, eyes. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, eyes on me. This is for Rock.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's go.
And right about there. Maybe. Yeah, that's good.
That is 6 and. Oh, you can't see anything there. It's like 6 3/4 inches. Yeah.
Damn,
my
dude.
light there said no, but yeah, that was pretty close, man. Brigham,
Yeah.
better luck next time.
Why would anybody know
3/4
what 6
I
inches
measure
was
from
by
the base.
eyesight?
So we got a lot of talking over each other. Brigham wants to know why anyone would know what 6 inches is by eyesight.
Tips out.
Yeah. Rock, can you explain it to him?
Dicks.
Oh.
That's like
But
the
that's not what
standard
eyes are.
issue, like base trim for a penis.
Damn.
You know, like when you're car shopping and you got like the base trim and then you got the premium. That's this base. So I
Whoa.
am
I mean,
told.
Technically not true.
Yeah, no, it's also like the base bench is 1 plate on each side.
Okay.
135
In
pounds.
this-
That's the base.
In this
That's where you start.
metaphor, the plates are balls?
Yeah. But don't get them caught in there. Yeah, don't get them caught in there. Pinchy.
Damn, dude.
Oh,
Alright.
I had
Thanks
a.
for explaining, boys.
Wait, okay, Mark, you think you're so slick? How about you do it then?
Alright.
Ready?
Yeah.
What? Oh, you can't figure it out. Okay, no, I'll go slow. I'll get you warmed up. Don't worry. I'm used to that.
Stop.
I'm worried about Rock's facial expression.
Okay. So
That's
what
too
you
small.
think? It's too
That's-
small. More?
Hold on. Yeah.
More. Okay.
Stop.
Oh, different cat.
Okay. All right. Okay.
What?
I didn't even fudge that.
Damn, dude.
I have never once put my leftovers in the correct size Tupperware container, so this is truly a shock to me. This is really whew. In fact, I made rice the other day, and I tried to put it in like a little container, and I packed it in there so hard that when I tried to get it out for leftovers the next day, it just like all came out as like a brick of rice. It was like ka-dunk. And I had to like chop it down.
Recently learned because I have been monitoring my glucose levels. Again, I've been watching a lot of Andrew Huberman, and I want to live forever. So I also don't want to have weird glucose in my blood. So I've been watching that, and somebody said that rice is like real bad for spiking your insulin levels, which is the thing that helps regulate glucose. So the way that you get around that is you make the rice become a more resistant starch, and you can do that by cooking your rice and then cooling it down or freezing it, and then the rice babies, they get like more intermingled, so it's harder to digest the rice babies, and then it's a slower digestion process and your glucose doesn't spike as hard.
Does it make you poop?
See, I'm educated with this mustache.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man.
Mustache does it, man. You did inspire a question to me that I'd like to hear from all the kings, though.
Please.
And that is, if you were to live forever, what do you think would be the best part of that, and what do you think you get bored of the fastest?
Oh, dude.
Easy question. So the thing that I would be like the best at, like that's forever gains, right? Like normally when you get older, your testosterone dips down, so then you go and see a doctor who's willing to prescribe you more testosterone. But let's say that doesn't even need to happen. It's just like a straight shot, like right up. I'd be like I'd
Yep.
be like the mountain man. I'd be huge. I'd be amazing.
And what would be the thing you think you get the bored of the fastest? Get the boredom.
Yeah, this tough. This tough. Thing I would get boredest about. Oh, yeah, okay. So, in order to make mad gains, you need to make sure that you're eating like a huge calorie surplus. That doesn't go away. Physics doesn't stop existing just because I'm gonna live forever. So I would probably get tired of pooping. That'd be a lot of pooping. It's just like exponentially more pooping than I'm used to.
You're not wrong, dude. I do want to say hello to Athane Photography in the chat. He said hello a while ago, but we were on a riff, and turns out talking over each other even worse on video. So, but anyway, thank you for joining us, my guy. And yeah, if you have any questions, please let us know as we chit chat. We're talking currently about living forever, best and worst parts of it, and what everybody thinks.
It would be really wonderful getting to know like all of the people you love, their like kids and their grandkids and their great grandkids, and more importantly, all their dogs and their dogs puppies and their dogs puppies. If you got to live forever, you would get to meet so many puppies, and you'd even get to see how the breeds changed over like hundreds of years. And like maybe you could help make it so all of the dogs could breathe. Because right now, on purpose, we make dogs that can't breathe, and I think that's sad and bad. And if you live forever, maybe you could fix it.
That's a good
You
point.
could even
Wait.
make them breathe underwater.
You criticizing my dog? I'm gonna get my dog, and then we'll have a chat. Okay?
Oh,
You tell
I-
me whether or not you think
Dog's face.
she should die.
I know. I think all dogs should live. I think
Forever.
they should
With
live.
Briggs.
Yeah, that's my ultimate goal. I love all dogs, including the
Tell
ones
my
that
dog
can't
you
breathe.
think it should die. Tell it right to its face.
I would never.
Look at those nose. Look at.
No.
Oh God!
Your nose is too
changed. I
pushed
closed
back.
my
He
window.
also looks like he can breathe. He's got a
Here's
snout.
the
It's
thing,
not
Rock.
breathing anymore.
Here's the thing, Rock. Your dog can breathe. I've heard her breathing. I know she can
Well,
breathe.
she breathes loud.
Yeah, she breathes loud,
Rock cannot hear us right now because his headphones are off.
and he's very focused on his dog, which
Yeah.
is completely acceptable and correct. We were loudly debating you without your headphones on about how your dog can breathe because we've heard your dog breathe loudly.
Yeah, it's true.
And I did say too, I was like, I've seen some dogs with like no nose protrusion, and like your dog, like there's some nose.
That's true. There's some pretty messed up breeders out there who are like, I'm going to make sure that this mother has sex with its child. I'm like, why would you do that? This isn't
so
Pornhub.
bad.
Yeah.
So maybe I could be like a superhero who helps dogs.
Yeah,
If I
dude.
got to live forever, if I'm like unkillable, I would be a superhero who helps dogs.
That's a kids'
And-
show for sure. You'd get your own kids' show if you did that.
Yeah, I think I would get bored of waiting on the phone to try to change your phone or TV options. I think I would just be like, no, I can't anymore. I think I would be over it at some point. Maybe in the future you could do everything online. I hope so.
Yeah, more online will fix it, I'm sure.
Yeah. In the chat, we got some folks chiming in. Athane says, being immortal, knowing it would only get harder to rewatch the Ronald D. Moore Battlestar Galactica reboot, not a life worth living if I can't watch BSG. Which, honestly, I can vibe with.
ESG.
Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar-
The problem is what you're saying.
Yeah, Mark, I think you might need headphones.
Yeah, took a bunch of stuff from the Mormon church
That's
for real.
hilarious, but yeah. Do you want to enlighten us? What parts? What parts are Mormon?
The leadership in the Mormon church is called Quorum of the 12. and the leadership in Battlestar Galactica is a quorum. I'm not sure it's of 12, but they specifically use that word. And in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the planet that God comes from is Kolob, and the planet that all life originated from in Battlestar Galactica is Kobol. They straight up read Mormon Deep Doctrine and were like, whoa, that sounds like really cool sci-fi. Let's just take a little bit and twist it, which I think is fun.
It's not wrong. Austin chiming in on chat saying, I could make so many beats while immortal, but anime would start getting boring. I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. Like, look at this. Look at this. How could that be boring?
It's true. You can make anything. You can't say it's been done before, because you can make literally anything and make it anime.
Are you able to hear me again? Okay, great.
Yeah, dude.
Shani left. She took her dog and like just left when I came upstairs. She was like, I don't want any part in this. And so she left me with her headphones, but I wasn't sure if they were working right. I'm trying to see if she's got any manga on her shelves here, but I don't think she does. She just reads fantasy books only, exclusively.
Sounds about right.
Which I can relate to.
I enjoy magic and whimsy myself.
Magic and whimsy, I think. Oh, is that like your inspo pick, Rock?
Oh, damn, dude. That's infinite gains right there.
That's infinite gains.
Briggs, we've got Mouse RM saying it is a quorum of 12, actually, in Battlestar Galactica. Each named after a different planet/zodiac sign.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Also, those deltoids, man.
That's sick. How about you, Gaz?
I don't know, dude. I like what would get boring for me. Everything gets boring for me in like 2 weeks. But I guess the benefit.
You should have that looked at.
Yeah, I shouldn't I?
Not normal.
Yeah, well, stimulants have helped for sure. But the legal kind that you get prescribed. Also coffee. But for real, the nice thing about having extra time is that by the time I like circle back to those special interests, I'll have infinite like leapfrogging ability of like, oh, okay, I'm playing a lot of Cult of the Lamb right now. Awesome, by the way, really enjoying that. I'm doing nice stuff and it's great. But maybe I want to get back into Hades for a little bit. Did Hades 2 for a long time. Maybe the original Hades might be fun. But by the time I get bored with that, then I can look at, I don't know, friggin' whatever. There might be a new Zelda by then. Who knows? But as it keeps leapfrogging forward, and I'll just never run out of things as long as I have the old things. That is the trick.
Speaking
That's
of
a good
frogs,
idea.
I just got like all this cool stuff in this particular room.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw this the other day, and frogs. You know who I was thinking I'd appreciate this? I thought Mark would appreciate this.
I love frogs.
He's a frog wizard.
That's an arcane ass frog.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
That frog has seen some deep lore shit. I can tell. I love him.
What's
I love him a lot.
What's he pondering? What's he pondering in that orb?
I don't know. He's probably pondering why the F I don't ever dust him.
Damn, dude. Damn, dude.
I'm just gonna keep pulling stuff from that back shelf.
Please.
I can't lie to you, Mark. I'm Mark. I can't lie to you. I got so distracted by this sweet cat climbing on Austin's equipment behind him that I did miss a little bit of the beginning of your answer, and I got to apologize. But in my defense, look at that cat.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
Cute.
But
like
but no, that's a good answer. Like the returning to the cycles of things and to re-enjoy them. That's sick.
Yeah. Oh, Mouse has more to say. If it's immortality, what kind are we talking about? Like no need to eat or sleep style immortality, Highlander, get your head cut off and it's done style.
No, see, like, for me, I gotta be able to eat, because in order to build more muscle, you need to have a caloric intake of some kind that exceeds what your caloric output is. So that wouldn't work for me. I want to eat.
We also
Plus, I want to eat other stuff too. You know.
I think you can do that either way, but sorry, dude.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I was just thinking. I was like, if you were the type of immortal where you couldn't or you didn't have to eat or sleep, could you choose to do so? Because I would choose that one. Because I think it would be super sick to be able to just like really like stay in one place and kind of like lock into like a zen state and just watch the leaves and the earth change around you. But if you had to eat, you couldn't do that. But if I was a Highlander, I would be very afraid and very lonely because there can be only one, and where would my boys be then?
That's true,
So,
man.
yeah, I would not go for that, I think.
Yeah. Oh,
So
chats.
you'd be like one of those guys who gets like mummified, just like meditating. They eat like
Well,
the pine syrup and then they become a mummy.
oh, is that an option? Can I do that?
I think
would like
so. I see people who've done that. I mean, it might have been a political protest, which might make things a little bit more complicated, but you know.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, most RM talks about the eternity of dusting, though, and that is true.
Yeah.
That is what I would get bored with, is, like, I'm already so bored, like, with trying to put my laundry away. I mean, I know it's not just me, because I can see Shani's laundry in her chair there, and it's, like, just sitting there in a basket clean.
Yep.
But, like, to do that forever?
Yeah, man. You gotta make laundry.
You gotta
Make laundry.
romanticize your life, boys. You gotta enjoy every single moment of everything you do.
Yeah.
Is that why you're giving us this?
Yeah, because I need to stretch my arms while I'm doing my legs too, otherwise I get an imbalance.
That's fair, man.
That's fair. That is fair. I've been inspired. I want to see what else is around here because Rock keeps pulling cool stuff. Oh, you know what's here? I forgot. I let Shani put this on her shelf.
Oh, shit, dude.
It's my son, Mark Jr. from the fridge this year.
Hell yeah. Little guy.
He's the best little guy. He's got his little heart here, and that eye is my eye, man.
It
My
is.
son has my eyes. But yeah, that's the best thing I can bring up. I'm gonna hold him like a baby for a while. You got your cat, I got this fucking thing.
Yeah, dude.
I'm also concerned because my chair is falling apart below me.
Oh, no.
No,
Was that the back or the seat?
That's the seat.
Oh,
you
God.
gotta get a standing desk.
I
Like
would
me.
love a standing desk, but I don't know. I don't know if I could change anything in here permanently. I think Shani would get pretty peeved.
I don't know, I feel like she'd appreciate it too.
Yeah. Maybe I could put her laundry away before she gets back with the dog.
Oh, wow. That'd be very nice. If you know where her clothes go.
No, I don't think she knows where her
Panty
clothes go either, though.
drawer.
For real though, gross. For real, in this house that I am house sitting at, the owner, I've house sat for this couple before. They're nice. They go away on trips and they're just like hang out, make sure no one breaks in, whatever.
Breaks in.
And they always write me a little note being like, oh, the garbage is out, can you bring it in or whatever. And then there was one note, I shit you not, they say, oh, so we ran a load of dishes before we left and they're still there. That puts you at a disadvantage, but think of it like a fun puzzle.
That's true.
And like Austin has been in this kitchen, their shit does not go where you think it should go. Like,
Do they put their cups like in the drawers that you open for your cutlery? Because that would be wild.
yeah, well, and the thing that's bonkers to me is that the like all of the regular everyday dishes are at the shelf that's above eye line. And like these people are not taller than me. They are not super tall people. It's like I have a bit of an idea, but we had to rip apart this kitchen to find like a ladle. So it is a fun puzzle, and I've been avoiding it. Oh, more chats.
I just want to point out, yeah, Athene Photography here has a great point, that one of the perks of being immortal would be around for the year 2754 when Keanu Reeves and Paul Rudd finally start to age.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually don't think they can. Like, physically, I don't think they're capable.
Yeah.
I think in 2754 we will have beautiful holographic images that are the same men that are in our movies today and were in our vampire paintings in the past. You know?
Yeah, dude. Then maybe we will have transcended beyond recreating images, and it'll all be like directly downloaded into everyone's brain or something.
I would download Paul Rudd into my brain. Hundo P. That guy seems cool.
It seems chill.
Wonder what's going on with my lighting. Why do I look like I'm ascending into heaven? Brigham, did you do this?
I don't know.
He's off screen, but I'm
No,
futz around.
Yeah,
no, I
wiggle.
didn't make you ascend to heaven. I was thinking about how beautiful Paul Rudd is.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful man.
We're all thinking about how beautiful Paul Rudd is.
And I bet, like, if you asked Paul Rudd and Keanu Reeves, like, what do you do to maintain your body? They'd be like, nothing. And then you got, like, these, like, chump dickwads like Brian Johnson running around with $2 million on maintaining his scrawny-ass, pallid-looking physique. And I'm like, nah, man, that's not worth it.
If I do live real late, like, even if I'm not immortal, even if I, like, make it to 100, and they're like, what's your secret? I'm gonna tell them something weird. Just be like, I don't know, I ate a pine cone every day.
Yeah.
Pine cone in Edmonton, they're hard to find. We got more spruce.
That's true.
Fair.
Like the ones that are all, like, woody. See, that's the thing, is the nature walks and the getting out of the city. Oh man, I love having a lot of people in chat. It's great. It means that we can't get to your questions as they come up, but we are looking. Most wants to ask about Cult of the Lamb, and also suggested that Mark is immortalizing with the glowing light. It says, speaking of Cult of the Lamb, do you start a cult to have people learn from your immortal wisdom that do the dusting and laundry for you? Or do you save from not eating and having a cleaning service? Hire a cleaning service.
See, this is where I'm sad that we don't have J-Pat here, because he basically already has a cult.
That's true.
Yeah.
He would have some...
J-Pat.
He would definitely have some thoughts to share, whether we wanted him to or not.
That's the J-Pat way.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way, honestly.
Yeah. I think I think I'd be a really good cult leader. This is 100% true. I think I would be benevolent and just. Although I do think that people would be like, hey, Mark, we noticed you haven't taken a turn at dish duty in 300 years. And I'd be like, and I'd have to find some other way to contribute to the community that didn't make me want to peel my nails off my hands.
Yeah.
I hate doing dishes.
It's gross, dude. It's like, it's too close to vomit.
Yeah, I don't want to put my hands in your crunchy chewing mouth, and I don't want to put my hands in your soggy dishwater either, bruh.
Yeah, it's gross, man.
Thank you. I feel so seen by you boys. I feel very, very validated.
Yeah, man, that's
So, like,
why we hang.
could you call the flaming lips the flaming labia?
I don't think they'd like it.
Like, that might be a very good parody band name. You know?
Austin, write this down.
Yeah, you can use that, man.
I don't think Austin's legally allowed to do anything that's a parody band. I think he's actively too cool.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Gentle shake of the head. You were like, you should write this down in just a small, quiet.
No. And then he pretended to appease me because he likes to keep me happy, but he won't listen. I see you, buddy.
So do you have to do covers of their song in Latin? Yeah, I think you missed the... Mouse, you may not have missed, or may not have been here when Rock discovered that the word labia also refers to your mouth lips.
Yeah.
It's what we call a callback. It's the kind of comedy you can expect at our show on Saturday.
Probably some more of whatever Rock and I were just doing, too.
I don't know if it was all that South mouth talk earlier, but even the phrase mouth lips just feels troubling. Like, I know that normal lips are. I know it's normal, but saying mouth lips, for some reason, kind of weirds me out.
Because you have to clarify, I guess. I don't know, man.
Austin said in the chat, Latin lips, BB, and in my brain, I'm now thinking of the classic Canadian young man experience from the late 90s, early 2000s, that is Latin Lover on Showcase on Friday nights!
Hell yeah. I do want everyone to know that Mouse got auto-modded for using the term labia. I'm so sorry, dude. That was our fault. That was our bad.
I don't want to take responsibility for that. I think that's the culture's fault, actually.
Oh, yeah. No.
That's a scientific term.
Fair.
Would you also get auto-modded for, like, ovary or uterus? Or
Try it.
Try it. Yeah. Right in chat. I'll tell you.
as deference.
Ovary we getting through. That's good. Uterus goes through. Vas deferens goes through, but of course it does.
Same photography. Honk box is a fake out for a South's mouth, and instead being an accordion is very funny.
Yeah. Rectum got automodded. Scrotum and these nuts are fine. I really...
Scrotum and these nuts are fine.
Yeah. Well, Automod also calls out a lot of very funny jokes as bullying, so I don't know that it's, the pinnacle of good culture.
That's fair.
That's
That
the
is
thing about
fair.
Roblox.
I like that. I like that. There's like a genuine. When I look at the chat over on my screen here, there's like a genuine like conversation going on, and then I interrupt with, "Over uterus, best different scrotum, these nuts." That's something. That's beautiful.
Leah says,
Thanks, Ethane.
Twitch chat is for hate speech, not scientific names for body parts. Oh, ain't that the truth? And these nuts are fine. All right. Awesome. Amazing.
Good stuff. Good stuff, boys.
I hope everyone else is enjoying this, because I'm having a great time just hanging out with y'all. As we do. That is my favorite part.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. We are talking a little bit. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Briggsy.
Oh, I was gonna pitch in the chat. Somebody, Ethane Photography earlier said, "Is cult JPat?" And it just made me think of what would all of our cults look like if each of us had a cult. Because clearly JPat's, I know he's not here, so he can't speak for himself. But I think it'd be like a Pied Piper situation, like a king of rats.
Oh yeah.
So the first half of Pied Piper, not the ending.
What happens in the end?
So
He walks away with all the rats, and everyone's like, "Yeah, rats!"
And then he becomes JPat. Yeah, that's where do you think JPat got all his rodents?
That's how it ends, buddy.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
I got worried for a second.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Sorry, Briggs.
JPat, there'd probably be lots of like beautiful people and drugs,
Money,
tons of money. I think if I had a cult, it might just be people hanging out, having a picnic in a park
with their dogs.
Yeah. I think it'd be just like some secular group singing, because I really miss singing at church. Just some sea shanties. Probably just friends who meet up in a park and pet dogs and sing sea shanties. That'd be my cult.
I'm pretty sure you're just describing the Tam Tams in Montreal.
Are they recruiting? Because I also don't need to run my own cult. I'd be happy to join a better one.
You should probably keep an eye on that. I feel like your prime targeting Brigham.
I'm not.
You stick with me, buddy.
Who told me that I could be my own boss, and I just needed to go door to door selling some knives. And I wondered if that might be a good opportunity for business. But JPat's not here, so I can't ask his business advice.
Nah.
Ethane Photography did give you a good warning in the chat, though, which just says Mormon 2, Electric Boogaloo. So consider that, buddy. Okay. Consider that.
Yeah. And thank you, Austin, for clarifying that we do mean literal, actual rats, the animal. Yes, JPat is a rat man.
In every sense of the phrase.
Yep, that sounds like a jazz scat song, and we should write it about JPat.
I'm imagining you know this one. I'm sure you know this one, Gaz, buddy. The Jack Black and Lonely Island song, Sax Man. Play something, Sax Man. We could do that for JPat with the rats. Yeah. I think 100p.
I was thinking like Blues Brothers Soul Man, but I think both of those together.
Scat Man.
Yeah, there you go.
Scat Man.
That is exactly how that song goes.
Leah also gave a great idea to Brigham. You can kind of fold in your heavy lore knowledge here. An angel found some golden plates to serve food with at the dog picnic.
That does sound better, doesn't it?
Yes.
Oh, by the way, so we got me covered, we got JPat covered. Austin Otto, would your cult be like a sick rave cult that's just all electronic music all the time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I know my Paul Austin.
Yeah, dude.
Rave cult. I mean, I think my cult would be pretty low key, frankly. I think it would be a lot of chilling, a lot of looking at the stars, a lot of being in nature. This is why I say I'm a really good cult leader. I got all the offerings of a normal cult leader without the weird crimes and sex stuff. That's the Mark guarantee.
Yeah, dude.
Join your cult, Mark.
You are my cult buddy.
It's
You,
true.
man.
I was like, you already kind of have one, and it has one member, and his name is Brigham.
2 members.
2 members, like, together. Yeah, dude.
You can join 2, guys.
I'm into it, honestly.
You can all join.
I think I'm having such a problem because, like, the responsibilities of leadership terrify me. And, that just sounds like that's what a cult would be.
Could you be a figurehead?
I could, that's true. If someone else wanted to do all, like, the admin and stuff, and I just had to give
Become.
chill speeches, that'd be fine.
You could be the King of England.
I could be the king of it. That'd be cool, actually.
Or the Archbishop of England.
That's true. In the Anglican Church, perhaps.
They have bishops?
In the Anglican Church, it's like the Anglican Church is so close to Catholic praxis, except they're just not.
That was their whole thing, from what I understand.
Yeah, they were like, no, we're not Catholics. We're Anglicans. We worship the King of England. And then I just look, having had experience in other Protestant faiths, Anglicans are really close to being Catholic.
Yeah, just like one step removed, really.
It's like, I don't want Pope, I want a king.
It's very much, can I copy your homework? Okay, but change it a bit so people don't think it's the same. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Except instead of homework, it's a power structure.
Pope just sits around all day playing God of War. Yeah, dude.
And Bopsy. What's Bopsy?
I don't know.
Big old penis scrotum 6.
That's right. That's the Pope's favorite game.
I bet.
Oh,
Y'all, okay, here's something that... Have you all seen the new anime mascot for the Vatican?
What? What?
You gotta share this.
Okay.
Share it on the screen.
Yep. We will share it. Oh shit. I just realized I can't pull it up because I'm streaming my desktop. One sec, pals. I'm
Loose?
just... Yeah, Luce. Luce.
Luce.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god, what the
Yeah, it's to try and get kids interested in Catholicism, because he's cute.
Like the Vatican too. Yeah, same concept.
Yeah, oh, camera's off there, buddy.
It was intentional. I was coughing and laughing like a hyena.
That's
Because I
fair.
was thinking about how this is just like the next evolution of the like youth pastor trying to
Yeah,
relate
there
to
he
it.
is.
There
Hang on, let me... There it is, chat. That
Chat,
is...
Please make sure you're seeing this right now, because it's something.
I have, yes, they are seeing it, I should hope.
Can you imagine going back in time like 60 years and be like, no, this is the anime mascot for
Why
the
she got
Vatican.
dirty shoes?
I don't know.
Look, she got mud on her shoes.
Because she's traveling. She's like following those footsteps of Jesus or some shit, I imagine.
Yes, spreading the gospel, going to places that they should really not bother going to.
So, question, I'm going to try and answer these rapid fire style. Is Helsing religious canon? Yes. Oh yeah. Why did I Google Praxis when I could have been Googling Vatican anime? That's what I'm saying. And yes, Autumn Flow, thank you, Austin. I rescind my earlier statement, anime will remain exciting. That's
Told
true.
ya.
That's true. He was worried anime would get boring if he lived forever when we were talking about immortality, but no, he's changed his mind. Oh, what anime genre is each faith? You know, Sorry Not Sorry actually had our anime themed show last night, so we were all kind of up on the anime vibes today. That makes sense.
I will say, I've seen a lot of fan art of Helsing with Luce being like, we're gonna have to kill this guy Luce, and he's like, ah, damn. Also a lot of reimaginings of I've got the power of God and anime on my side. It's adorable, man.
I saw something.
Evangelion is the only form of Christianity I accept. That's what Leah says.
Attack and Dethrone God made real. I saw a reel the other day, and it was someone they were doing Charlie XCX's Guess. It was, you wanna bless the contents of my daily prayer. You want to know what he's got going on up there. It was very good. It was very funny. And it's like youth pastors trying to be relatable. That's that anime vibe.
Yeah.
I live.
Yeah. Well, the fact that Pope Francis himself was like, "This is our boy." I just... It's like, do you know what you've done, man? Doing a deep dive, and I want a Sanrio legit crossover purely for Agretzko's trip to Vatican City. Oh, start singing death metal about it. Oh my god. That's so good. That's so good.
Chat, your vibes are immaculate.
Yeah, thank you so much, chat.
Contributing to this space with us. We appreciate it.
We love to have you here. We love to have lots of folks to interact with. We can entertain ourselves, obviously, but y'all make it so special. Oh, and I mean that for real. I just sound very tired because I am very tired because I have a cold.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Agretzko is the most relatable anime when working on a Sunday. Yeah, you're correct.
Oh yeah, working on a Sunday. Sounds bad. Sounds bad.
So I'm rejigging my setup here because my thing was like, I'm gonna die.
Also,
What I should do? I just make something gonna go down.
yeah. Oh, there you go, dude.
Hey,
Oh.
he's rising up.
Oh, he's getting bigger.
Whoa.
Oh.
We're witnessing the rise of a titan in real time.
Damn, dude.
I was wondering how low it go.
What are you doing?
Oh, dude, I don't have the stream flagged. Come on.
No, just kidding. I'll keep it in.
Please don't get me banned from Twitch, please.
Ain't
let's go
nothing
to the
in
first
there.
half.
I swear. I swear. Nothing illegal in there at all.
Okay, when you said there's nothing in there, I got worried.
No, there's, I mean, as previously discussed, like at least that much. I gotta clean my desk.
Preach.
I mean, like, I like having one of these in every room of the house just in case I feel a little bit sad about myself. Nice reminder.
Yeah, dude.
You have sorry, Kashani's a weird costume goblin. You gotta get one of these. So you can also measure like other things.
Circumferences.
The cat's moving.
Oh. I was gonna chime in and say it's not always about length, sometimes it's about girth. And that's where the soft tape measure will help.
Yeah, I do have one somewhere because I use it for my biceps.
That's what I was figuring. I was like, you gotta have more.
I don't know why I put that. I must have got some Veet that I gotta throw out.
Feet?
No, Veet.
Oh.
VEET.
So we're talking about... Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying that's dental...
That's what I meant when I said there's nothing down there.
Oh, gotcha.
Smooth. Like a newborn baby.
You don't have nature's underwear.
Oh my god, Kitty.
Oh, so
Cat's back,
long.
cat's back.
That's a long dog. That's a long dog.
Oh, dog.
Just a
I think I
baby.
can take notes of new phrases that I've learned today. Nature's underwear and South Mouth are on it so far.
I didn't veet my genitals. I veted their surrounding frame.
The yard.
The yard.
Not the house, the yard.
Not the garage.
I do like veted as a verb.
Yeah.
Veted.
Damn, dude.
Ah! I startled myself when this fell over.
But yeah, anyway.
All right. This is something I have been wondering about for some time, because we have talked about it in various iterations of the Kings, just in our downtime, our spare time when we were hand-building at Fringe this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get this on the record. If the current kings of all the king's men, a bro down, hoedown, mansplaining the boys, were the fellowship of the rings, who would they be?
Like, who would be who?
Yeah, we got asked this question once on stage too, but it was in the lightning round. I didn't get to really like sink my little teeth, claws, and spurs into the Lord of the Rings question we got, and I'm still a little bitter about that. So I'm trying to let it go and bring that energy to our stream today of the Lord of the Rings, not my bitterness, because Aragorn wouldn't want that for me.
That's true. That's a good question,
I
man.
think there's so many ways that it could go. There's a part of me that because that you two, Gaz and Mark, like championed and created the Kings, like in some ways you are the heart because that's where it began. And if we're talking about where it began, I could see a Frodo Gaz, a Samwise Mark, and that would make me Rosie Cotton.
It's nice.
It is nice, buddy. It's
That's
real
cute, man.
sweet.
That's sweet.
I was thinking it's like if we were Sam and Frodo, who would be who?
Yeah.
But I do think I'd be Sam because of the cooking,
Yeah, probably.
the gardening, and the gardening.
The gardening.
Although
This is a reluctant hero of like you didn't want to have to go through all the tough stuff, but deep down you can do what you need to. I wouldn't want you to be Frodo because so many bad, scary things happen to him, and it's very sad. So I'd rather you had a good time. But I also think there's different ways we could frame it. It doesn't have. That's one way.
there's one way to frame it.
Oh no, certainly.
I also
I feel
think just
like-
for
Oh, I was just gonna say, I feel like pretty much convinced that I'd be Boromir, cause dude took like 12,000 arrows to the chest and was still going. That's me. I could get shot and keep going.
Until
I was-
you can't, but that's okay.
What do you mean? What do you mean till you
Oh, is
can't?
this another one you didn't watch the end of?
Wait, no. What do you mean?
you got to the part and you were like, he took so many arrows and you were so amped you had to go like pump out a couple reps and you didn't watch the movie.
Yeah. And
Did
then
you?
like you see him again later when they're closer to Mordor, and he's like, "Don't worry, I'll let you go this time."
Oh, I see. Yeah, you do struggle with siblings a lot.
Yeah, and then doesn't he like get to like with one of them at the end? Was it
The horse
blonde?
girl.
Yeah, the horse one.
The horse girl. The horse girl.
That's true. I mean, the entirety of Rohirrim are horse guys.
But they're all guys, and she is no man, so she's the horse girl.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm Boromir.
Fun Lord of the Rings trivia fact: the majority of the riders of Rohan are actually all women dressed as men.
Mm-hmm.
Because they got like local horseback riding clubs to be extras that are predominantly women. So the idea of our like cross-dressing main lead is extra funny considering everyone around her is also doing the same thing. I feel like that adds a cute little layer.
I remember seeing someone talking about they're like, I live in New Zealand and like everyone was part of these movies. Like if you were of a certain height, if you could ride a horse and shit, and it's like my local librarian is one of the Nazgul. Like it was very good.
I'll say Athane Photography has some takes. Says that
Yes.
Brigham is Sam, mostly wholesome and the real hero of my heart. Austin is Legolas. They both spend the entire runtime just making the best faces. And also being very cool, which I feel like that's a good read.
Yeah, I don't think there's any argument against Austin being Legolas. I feel like in our previous conversations that's always been kind of like like that's the marker we stick in. We're like that's the pitten we're gonna like base our climb off of.
It's true.
Austin is Legolas. He's too cool to be anyone else. Yeah.
With that.
Which
That's why I thought if The Rock was Gimli and Austin was Legolas, I could see them like getting stuff done side by side, kind of like rivalry, but underneath deep affection.
I can also see Rock being Gimli. I can also see Legolas picking up a cat upside down.
yeah. I mean, that's the thing, like, I hear what you're saying about Boromir taking all those arrows, but like Gimli's also really tough, dude.
Endurance, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, and as you all know, I'm 6 foot, so
Yeah, right.
it's not gonna work.
I
Is
mean,
6 foot in the room with us, buddy.
Yeah, it's right here. 1 foot ahead and 1 foot ahead.
I definitely
Hey.
feel Mary and Pippin vibes from Greg and J-Pat.
Yeah.
Of like two best friend scamps
Work.
getting up in trouble.
That could go either way too, as far as which one's which.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Easily.
we can't leave Clint as Aragorn. That's not.
Oh no, absolutely not, dude. No.
No, Clint is Grima Wormtongue. Sorry, he's not here. I can't say that about him.
Not Gollum?
No,
Oh!
Gollum's got two sides to him. Fully, yes, Wormtongue. Absolutely, I believe it.
Oh, right.
Gollum's got two sides to him.
And yeah, Athane's chiming in, with what I was gonna say is that Gimli's actor was one of the tallest members of the cast, for what it's worth.
It's not possible,
Why not, dude?
because he was shorter on the camera. Impossible.
We're gonna talk about a lot optical, and so you say shit like that, and then you wonder why we make fun of you for not knowing things.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? You don't understand the idea of like forced perspective and stuff?
Well, I don't want to force people to do anything. That's wrong. I read that in the tweet.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, and that I do. I'm glad that that's like the attitude that you're taking with it. I just sometimes our eyeballs perceive things that aren't there, you know, because of the way certain things look by comparison, and your brain fills in the gaps.
Doctor too. You should bring up. I get bored of things every 2 weeks. I see things that aren't there.
Sure
I
thing, dude.
gotta pause this debate for a moment to get at the chat again because they've got some bangers in here. We got yes, I am sorry, Mouse. Horse woman. I more meant horse girl, like the meme of a horse girl. You know the ones. We all know the ones. And yes, Leah points out that cat-like reflexes, cat-like cat, very astute. And yeah, Gimli sprinting for 3 days in full armor. That's some heavy training, bro. Additionally, remember that big spoilers for the books that came out in the mid 1900s. Gollum did destroy the ring, and J-Pat would never destroy actual gold. He would sell it. So there is some incongruencies
He
there.
wouldn't
I
be
suppose.
tempted by the ring, but he would sell it.
But J-Pat would, thank you, Leah, this is correct. J-Pat would definitely get a questionable prequel duology and a video game tie-in programmed on an Etch-a-Sketch.
Yep.
But like, okay, if we're talking like running long distances in armor as like a thing that should make me Gimli, I think clearly the actual answer is I'm Bill the Pony.
Aw,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Bill the Pony. That's a good one, Rock.
That is a very good one.
I say if we open this beyond the borders of the actual fellowship, we will not discuss a single other thing for the whole stream, which I'm fine with.
That's true. We got 50 minutes. Let's go, boys. Let's.
50 minutes to decide who's actually Treebeard.
Yeah. Oh, it's me.
I really like in the books when the ring
It's
tempts
you.
Sam, and it's like the world could be your garden. You could be the king of gardens, and he's like, makes a ton of sense, and then just keeps going with the adventure. Of like, it affected all of these other people like so dangerously and powerful, and he's like,
Nah.
Most says Gaz is BEE, big ent energy, which, yeah, dude, I like taking
do
things
agree.
slow. I like talking a lot and just like generally vibing and thinking. I take it back. If I had a cult, we would vibe and think and just like talk. We would.
Join my cult, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, we're living our cult right now. Look
I
at
know.
these guys.
Yeah, but I mean, in a cult scenario, people are like giving us food and shelter without having to pay for it.
That'd be great because all I've had is black coffee. So I do need someone to. I got dairy pills. That's helpful. Thanks, Shani.
That's not
Really
useful. If you have black coffee, you don't put dairy
Yeah.
in black coffee.
That's the point, man.
Like your soul. I like how we're going into these like crests of very, very excited, and then we're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna take a break.
I was gonna say if you get to be Treebeard, which I do agree with, I do think I would get to be Tom Bombadil.
just God, just the
That's okay. Step back, too much responsibility. I just remember him like singing and vibing and not really being there in the movies, and I thought that sounded like me.
yes,
I'm singing and vibing and not around where I'm supposed to be half the
yeah,
time.
and he has an amazing wife as far as just like pulled the best person possible. Oh,
Yeah, I can't relate. There he goes again.
There it goes.
We're going Titan Rock one more time.
I thought this was charging, but it ain't.
No.
No.
Okay, wait. Who's Gandalf?
That's a good question.
Could it be you, Mark? Because it's the person who.
I mean, you smoke a lot, and so does
smoke a
Gandalf.
lot. I trust my nose. I know where the fresh air is. You're not wrong.
Yeah. And you know,
Brigham,
like
it was you the other day who told me about that Lord of the Rings smoking game, right?
Yeah. So the Lord of the Rings smoking game is every time they pack a bowl, you pack a bowl, and it is at times completely devastating. And at times they like don't smoke for a long time, so it's kind of a crapshoot. But it's very funny in the minds of Moria in particular. This is like, I don't know what way to go. Puff, 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 and he's like, the air is fresher here. Let's go. The stoner vibes are.
that's very good. That I also have heard the you could do a Mad Men drinking game where anytime they drink, you drink. I think that would kill you though. I think that would put you in the hospital.
Mark is also the only one who's been to heaven, met God, and came back transformed by the experience. Now the means of getting there were different. True.
It's true.
We also, I mean, this is a deep cut. Was it Mark that met Jesus at that one show we did at the Playhouse? Does anyone remember this movie?
I mean,
Deep cut.
I know Tyler met Santa Claus. Did Mark also meet Jesus? Was that the same show?
I think it was the same episode. Yeah, I think it was the same podcast. But yeah, I was at first thinking of Tyler Pocock, no longer with us. He's not dead. He's just doing stuff. But yeah, he did meet Santa Claus, and they had a battle. That was fun. But I met Jesus at my grandma's house that same show.
Oh yeah.
So I guess you're right. You're right, Ethane Photography. In the history of boys lore, I did meet Jesus.
There we go.
Fuck's sake.
Mouse asks, a rap battle? Not really.
It was more me. They were doing actual combat, and I was reworking the words of "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" to be about combat.
Oh yeah.
How that one went. It was really fun. That does live rent free in my head a lot of the time, because it was a good time. Because I like making up stupid rhymes for Christmas things.
It's fun.
And it's almost the season.
Almost, but not before the most important season of Movember and raising awareness for men's health.
And our show on November 16th.
Yes, at 7 p.m. at the Grindstone Theater, which is not where we've been for the past little while. It's
true.
It's a little closer to White Ave. It has better parking. It is at 7 p.m. and you don't have to go downstairs.
To be fair, Gaz,
got the word grind in it, which is pretty sick.
That's true.
To be fair, our Evo shows usually start at 8, which is not that much later.
9 p.m. We're called at 8. They start at 9.
You're so right. That's correct. And not relevant to anyone else on the stream at all. Sometimes I talk and I don't turn my filter on first. Just sometimes.
It's alright, man.
Who needs a filter? I'm a guy. Okay. No, not November. Athene. Be so for real right now.
Not possible. Physically impossible.
You die.
Do you want Rock to die?
Do you?
Of
We just
blue balls?
talked about me being immortal forever.
Wait, I can't actually do this right now, but I want to do the thing where I go into Rock's house and hold him up. Say that to Rock's face. Do you want him to die like he did with his dog? And then he might also sniff the air and lick at me, but I hope he does not. Do you want him? I'm trying to... you're next to me in my screen, so I'm imagining that if I reach over like this, hands will appear in your screen. That would be pretty cool. There you go.
I'd do a no-nut Movember. I'd miss pad thai, but I could do it.
Yeah. You could do it, buddy. I believe you. I believe that.
I mean, though, okay, this begs...
What are you doing with your pad thai?
Eating it. It's full of pads.
This does beg the question, though, Brigham, because I know that when you were with the church, there were all sorts of rules about like how long you could go in the bathroom for and that kind of thing. Have you, since leaving, is that like a... Have you masturbated, my guy?
Yeah, for sure. I've done it a bunch of times. It definitely makes sense to me, and I do it easily and for fun.
Okay, I will take you at your word, because I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. But just so you know, is exploring your own body and what you like or don't like is a good and healthy thing to do.
There's no time limit in the bathroom at the house, buddy.
Yeah,
You go in the bathroom as long as you like and do whatever you want. Shaving cream also does make a good Santa beard, Brenna. You figured that out yourself.
Beat does not.
No, feet does not.
Yeah, that would hurt.
I know you figured that out yourself.
Yeah.
Rock.
I feel like I'm like pushing the boundaries of stuff I wasn't used to allowed to do. I'm learning a lot about the world. Right now, I'm drinking a Coca-Cola.
Oh, with caffeine.
You know,
Hey, you buddy.
Damn, dude.
You are getting wild. You are getting wild.
Proud of you, man.
Right now.
You are technically doing drugs right now, yes.
Yeah, sorry, Twitch.
Cheers,
No,
buddy.
but not real, not the fine ones, like a Tylenol, or
A dairy digestive supplement.
yeah,
I had some
or
info
like
earlier.
Anavar, you know, a normal drug.
Right. Okay, we got a new question from Athane Photography. It says you get $1 million, but every time you have a date with Angelina, you know what? I don't know if I want to finish that sentence. But basically, yeah, go for it. Take over, man.
I just laughed very hard at Angelina and Fistine.
Yeah, I know. Wasn't expecting that.
I'm vile.
If I was
It'd be
so
fun.
lucky to go on a date with two people, I'd want, I could tell my parents that I was proud of myself going on a date. Okay.
I say the second half is that your parents get a text.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I didn't finish reading that.
That's fine. I mean, I'd be fine with that. My parents can't be any more disappointed in me.
So
than they already
is the text notifying them what is happening, or is it
like,
is it
"Hey,
just
what
like,
the fuck?"
or is it just like he's doing it again? Yeah, what kind of text exactly?
He's doing it again.
He's doing it again. No context. So you just get that.
Or it's one of these texts. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. Mouse RM is also asking no questions.
Yeah, but he agrees.
Nice.
They agree with me, which is good.
Play-by-play synopsis.
Probably not.
What do you like? One of those people who barely watches hockey, and you need to have the puck highlighted on the screen. It's simple, in and out, done.
I think the text to the parents, I believe that's the suggestion, is that the text to the parents would be a play-by-play synopsis of the activity.
Yeah, but what is there to say?
Though that
He's doing it again.
he's doing it again. That's what I think. That's the most succinct, haunting thing that they could receive. And actually, I'm on board with it now. Just committing
Doing it again.
just committing psychological warfare against my parents.
You did this to me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't ask to be born.
Yeah, dude. Damn.
And every now and then, and now he's crying again. And he's right. $1 million can buy you new parents.
That's true. It's a lot of money.
How's your finger strengthening going, buddy?
Yeah, all this whole conversation of touching ourselves has reminded me. I want to avoid the carpal tunnel. So
You get carpal tunnel from that? I thought it had to do with like your desk and the angle of the.
it's a time frame thing.
Oh, okay, yeah, repetitive strain. That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense to all of us.
I'm going to ask a question here, because we have talked about in the past the potential of us doing a couple tier lists.
Oh yeah.
Making our tier lists of things, and I'm curious to know what you in the chat would like us to rank. I also talked about us doing superlatives, which I think would be really fun, and it's like a side conversation from who's who in the fellowship,
Yeah.
like who's most likely to
Good.
X, Y, Z.
So could we put it on? Well, we're sort of using that for the fellowship anyway. like who'd be most likely to get tempted by the ring, who'd be the most likely to bravely protect some hobbits and get shot in the chest. Rock. We've established that. Top 10 anime betrayals is a very classic tier list, my guy.
90s and 2000s movies that didn't age well.
Oh, I like that one. I like that one a lot.
I don't know enough about anime. I'm sorry. I'm gonna cop to that. I don't know enough about anime to rank my betrayals.
It is a meme. It is an ancient meme that he's referring to.
But, the ancient.
But it's also like that one limits us at 10, so it doesn't quite feel like a tier list. But 2000s movies that didn't age well sounds great.
Yeah.
In the Jackbox streams, did we play role models? We did not. We played Quiplash and TKO, and then some Guespionage, because we discovered that going silent for 90 seconds at a time is not fun to watch. So we moved over from less head-thinky games.
Yeah, I hate using my head for anything.
Especially when we're supposed to be just having fun, you know?
It's just vibes. Okay, I do want to think about this list of 90s and 2000 movies that didn't age well.
Matt?
I mean, I feel like you don't even need to have, like, a list that didn't age well so much as a list of movies from the 90s and 2000s, and then we can determine collectively whether or not they aged well.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to start listing off some movies from the 2000s and 90s. A Goofy movie.
Aged fantastic.
Yeah, I think that aged pretty okay.
That's pretty
Correct.
When I think of ones that went bad, it's like stuff that I already thought was kind of bad at the time, but it's just more rough now, like Shallow Hal.
Ugh, that was always bad. That aged like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely been one that I had to learn the hard way was Master of Disguise, which I loved in the 2000s when I was a literal child and the target audience. And then I rewatched it as an adult and was like, oh no. But as I said, the part that shocked me the most was realizing that the bad guy was played by Brent Spiner and being old enough to know who that was.
Data?
Yeah, Data is the bad guy who farts a lot. That's a shtick, is that every time he laughs like an evil villain, he farts. That's the one...
I've never seen this movie.
Have you not? Oh, dude.
No, I haven't.
I mean, we could do a watch-along. We shouldn't. It's a very bad movie. Basically, Dana Carvey was like, I want to make a movie that my child can watch that's appropriate for kids, and then just made a movie which was an excuse for him to get into different costumes and do different characters. But it was framed as, like, this spy narrative. And I'm making it sound more fun than it actually is. But Brent Spiner plays the villain. And the one joke that possibly held up is the fact that he farts when he laughs.
And I do agree, Leah. He does have incredible range. That's accurate.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, and he wore a mustache in the movie, so...
You faked having a mustache? Who would ever?
I don't know, man.
It
sounds
you
sick.
Can't grow a mustache. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't pretend.
I mean...
I even shaved my beard to show how I can grow a mustache.
Yep.
I mean, my stubble, I guess. I've never
Same.
actually grown a full beard.
This is the cleanest 5 o'clock shadow I've ever had.
I was gonna say...
You do look sharp, man.
Thanks, dude.
No.
Okay, here's a question. I haven't seen it since I was a teenager, but how did white chicks age? I've heard, actually, not as terribly as you'd imagine.
I don't know.
Because, like your tweet, I think it's more punch up than punch down.
Yeah, and as we discussed earlier, you don't punch down.
That's too short.
I gotta be honest with you, I never saw it, so I do not know.
Fair.
I do not know.
I watched...
really badly was Ace Ventura.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be low on our
It's a bummer.
I wanna rewatch, I know that Napoleon Dynamite will have aged poorly simply because of their excessive use of one word particularly, but I'm curious how it is outside of that particular word. Like if the plot
Not that
is
bad.
gross. Yeah.
No, it's not that bad. I watched
Yeah.
it recently with my buddy and I were stoned and we watched it. And it was like, yeah, aside from some of the slang terms that were used, and when I say slang terms, I mean actual active slurs and hate language that were used so liberally in like the 90s and 2000s. I just watched the first part of Jennifer's Body. I haven't finished it. It was great, except for that.
Yeah.
It was like, ooh. But that was also like, the time was gross. But no, Napoleon Dynamite aged pretty well. I was surprised. I want to go back and do Garden State. I want to see that one again.
Napoleon Dynamite, also secretly super Mormon. That's why there's no full swears in it, and a bunch of the people have hats that say like Provo or like Utah stuff.
How much
Utah, right? Aren't
of
they?
our world is secretly Mormon, Brigham? I have to know.
I mean, when I was growing up, everybody told me the whole thing. But now it seems like only bits of it are secret Mormon.
What about Twilight? I hear that one's secret Mormon. Or not so secret Mormon.
Oh, yeah. That's not secret. That's
Unabashedly Mormon. Yeah.
Unabashedly Mormon.
How can you tell if something's Mormon?
Lots of repression, if there's anything, and then Battlestar Galactica style spooky lore. If you're like, whoa, sci-fi lore, that could be secret Mormon.
Could be Catholic, too.
Or Scientology. Though
Yeah.
Scientology took sci-fi lore and made it into something instead of the other way around. So
Yeah, but they're really good at taking your money, just like Mormons.
Yeah, my brain is thinking of Battlefield Earth. That's
Oh.
yeah.
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
That movie's wild.
So is
It's good.
Oblivion is kind
Go through
of
the rest of the stream like Battlefield Earth.
Oh yeah, dude. Let's get that Dutch angle to indicate drama.
One of the first times this is 100% true lore. One of the first times I had a date in like high school, we watched Cloverfield Lane. I didn't watch any of it, but another shaky hand.
I think you might mean Cloverfield.
That's exactly what I meant. What did I say?
10 Cloverfield Lane, which is the sequel, which is shot on a traditional camera. So
Oh no, I just meant Cloverfield then.
Yeah.
I don't know the difference, and I didn't pay attention at the time. But yeah, weird date movie choice. I will say that.
yeah, I can't.
I'm gonna
speak-
go worst date movie choice that I've ever.
Yes.
Was the Inglorious Bastards, because I just wanted to make out with her the whole time, and they were like, "There are people dying, Rock."
That's a fucked up movie to watch. As a Netflix and chill pick, that's a choice.
Oh no, that was like in a theater, like
No!
fully in a theater, and I just was like, "Let's make out." And she
There's
was like,
people that are dying,
"Absolutely
Rock."
not." Yeah, yeah.
I feel like Knocked Up is the tough one.
Oh yeah. I gotta say, my first like movie date was a pretty tame. It was the G.I. Joe movie, but I don't think it was the first one. It might have been Rise of Cobra, which is like whatever, you know. I thought it was gonna be fun. It was more so that that's when I discovered I sometimes can be anemic and get really dizzy and faint, and we had to leave the theater because I was gonna pass out.
Shit.
Memorable.
I recently
First
found
kiss
out
though.
Ooh.
Anemia specifically refers to your hemoglobin levels, and not your, because you can be iron deficient and have normal hemoglobin, and vice versa, but they are different things.
Dang. Well, to be fair, it could have been iron deficiency too. Something was wrong with my blood.
Oh yeah, no, it's still, you still get all like with iron deficiency. They're not like
Yeah, no,
competition,
for sure.
right? But
We haven't acknowledged the dog yet, but I would like to acknowledge the dog.
Time out for dog.
oh, I thought that was like a little old lady.
That's
No, he's a dog.
a cute dog. Look at that tongue. That's all dog.
Mhm.
What a cutie.
He
Hey,
just
turn
came
your
up
face
next
down
to
here.
me and put his little posy wazzies on me, so I was like, "Yeah, let's see if we can get him closer."
Ah. I'm giving my dog.
That's
a
not.
treat.
That can't be where your camera is because the laptop just showed up in camera view. Bro, what is going on down there?
Look, technology is complicated, Mark.
Hard agree. Hard agree.
It's alright. I brought you a dog on your screen, and you're complaining.
No, I'm not complaining. I got distracted by the chat. Again.
I can say, if you want to... Yeah.
Happy Photography has told us that you missed a good portion of Total Recall reboot because I was distracted by a couple going full hog in the front row. How could I focus on the I think car chase when all I could see was her legs sticking up?
I mean, to be fair, Total Recall in both the original and in the reboot does have a scene where a woman has 3 boobs completely exposed.
That was pretty important.
So
it's important to the plot.
Yeah, no, I'm glad they got
came back to their seats.
Damn, dude. They didn't even do it on their assigned seats.
That's wild. That's wild. I don't know. People are out here and they're doing things. I don't understand.
I gotta say though, that adaptation. Sorry, I could go off on geeky shit. They decided to get rid of Mars. They decided to get rid of the psychics, but they had to keep the lady with 3 tits because otherwise, how would you know?
How would you?
How Joe's Total Recall.
Yeah, which is also wild because so it's a Philip K. Dick short story is the origin. So I know the names come from the story, but it's very funny to see in the original Arnold Schwarzenegger be like, "My name is Douglas Quaid," when it's revealed his real name is Karl Hauser, and you're like, that makes sense because he's extremely Austrian. And then in the reboot, it's Colin Farrell being like, "I'm Doug Quaid," and you're like, "You sure are, buddy." And he's like, "No, my name is Karl Hauser." I'm like, "Is it? Though?" But yeah, that was... I actually saw the reboot first, believe it or not, and then I went back and watched the original. And I think they're both fun, but yeah, they changed a lot of plot stuff, like more so than I'm used to expecting from adaptations, but I guess reboots are different. I don't know, man.
The only really cool change, and this is full spoilers if anyone is really wants to watch the original and the new reboot of Pet Sematary or read the book, this is full spoilers across the board, but I think one of the coolest changes I saw as a plot thing was in the book. It's wow, I can't remember, it's one of my favorite books, but in the book, when the child dies, it's the son in the book and in the first movie, and then in the reboot they fake you out with the scene where he dies, and then in the next scene the daughter dies. I was actually like, oh, this is interesting. It was just interesting in the moment. I don't remember if it was effective. I remember not enjoying the movie. I love that book. Apparently, I say this is one of those moments where I'm like, I love that. They're like, what happened? I'm like, I remember the vibes. But
the vibes are great.
For a movie about a pet cemetery, it sounds a lot like a people cemetery.
Well, have I got some news for you that we will go into off screen about what happens with the people and the pets and the cemetery?
Damn. I will say, I want to make it absolutely clear, changing stuff does not make an adaptation bad. It can make an adaptation interesting. It can bring sort of similar ideas and new contexts. Simply changing something is not a bad thing. However, there are certain changes that I feel, here, Treebeard moment, there are certain changes that I feel kind of fly in the face of the original in a way that is not commenting on it directly, but trying to actually change what they're talking about in a way that doesn't feel good or in good faith.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and just misunderstanding the source material.
I appreciate you for bringing that up, and I wish you hadn't.
I'm sorry,
I
dude.
Immediately back to exactly how enraged I felt when I watched the finale of that show, and I do every time I think about it. Every single time.
Yeah, no, it's
Lindsay
bad.
Ellis
What do you
did a
mean?
really good video about it. If you need to process some feelings, it's a great vid.
Is it the Lindsay Ellis video? Because I've watched it a couple times. Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. I actually have, as per Glenna's recommendation, Glenna actually, I think, told Shani to get Lindsay Ellis's book.
Oh yeah,
And it's still on the shelf.
talking about sci-fi stuff. Yeah.
Oh, twinning! And we'll put them
Mine is
back on
also
our...
still sitting on the shelf because I do not have time / cannot read.
Yeah. It is an audiobook.
That's why I like the manga, because I can just look at the pretty pictures. I gotta find another one of them not wearing a shirt.
For goals, sure.
Yeah, no, I do love a good audiobook. I listen to a lot of audiobooks when I'm walking around in the nature. And that's a good time. Whoa!
Damn, that's a lot of dudes.
That's too many muscly dudes.
It is like a scene from hell, I agree, with the text on the page. As everyone who tuned in last time knows, we did go to hell, each of us personally, for different reasons. So.
Many times.
Many times.
Many times. Indeed. Oh. Okay, I had a thought and it left.
All right, people are talking about The Boys in chat, not Us Boys, but The Boys, the comic and show. Says The Boys is a perfect example of how change is good. Leah says, I read The Boys comic after watching the show and promptly hit myself in the face with a frying pan. It was less painful. I have not read the comic.
Nor have I.
Damn, dude. What?
And instead, I will read this comic.
Yeah. Looks like there's some good tips in there.
Yeah. I have yet to see The Boys or read the comic, which now I won't. I'll just hit myself in the face with the frying pan. I know better.
Yeah, the show is great. If you want to talk about gory, though, it's it's fake and it looks fake, but it's also so intense. So if that's a thing you have a problem with, consider yourself warned. A whole whale explodes at some point.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
that happens in real life.
I just realized something dangerous is happening.
Oh no. Something dangerous. Rock, what did you do? We're all just silently watching now.
Yeah, this is probably not what Rock wanted when he was like, "Oh, give me a second," and we were all like, "Let's zoom in on whatever's going on here."
I'm gonna be real. I was looking at Mr. President's little face.
It's very cute.
What Rob was doing. I'll be honest. I don't want to lie to my boys.
Appreciate that,
I
man.
figured I'd pay attention to Rock when he got back.
Yeah, that's the correct answer, I think. I do want to know now, what's your favorite adaptation? What do you think is like the best adaptation you've ever seen, read, watched, whatever?
Ooh.
Do you have like a fave? Do you have like a fave that you've watched?
I know we were just talking about it.
Last Unicorn. The book is fine. The movie is better.
Oh, okay.
And then the adaptation of the movie into the comic. That's the best iteration. Nice. And also, fun fact about Peter S. Beagle's wonderful book novel. This is signed by Peter S. Beagle, though apparently his world tour was quite forced upon him, which I don't love that this is a forced signature apparently. But anyways, the point is that before Peter S. Beagle wrote The Last Unicorn, unicorns were dudes. Because obviously there's a big fucking dick on their head. But he made it a lady. Gender equity.
And now they're all ladies.
Unicorns. Yeah, yeah. Now there's no choice.
Athane Photography says One Piece live action is 10 out of 10.
I agree.
Perfect example of how to adapt.
I agree.
Totally agree. I'm going to put my favorite adaptation at Stardust. I think the original book is good, but the expansion of the world and characters and the extra dialogue we get from the Ghost Princes, I thought they added what they needed to add, and it made it a richer, more complete world. So I'm saying Stardust.
Brigham, once again, we are of one mind, because that's like one of the only like book to movie adaptations that I prefer the movie to the book. I agree.
Stardust. So beautiful.
Oh, yeah, 100% though.
50 years old. She's so beautiful.
Mouse RM does say R.I.P. All respect for Neil Gaiman though, and that is exactly correct. I was like, oh, Stardust, and I was like, I don't want to talk about that guy right now. I'm so disappointed and angry. But
people have started calling him
about the amazing soundtrack for The Last Unicorn, which is done by America.
Oh shit.
America,
so
like
so good.
Like Horse with No Name.
Yeah.
Damn. That's fun. Okay, so this is an adaptation that is not a book to a movie, but a TV show to a TV show, and the latest She-Ra, the new She-Ra reboot. And granted, I haven't seen a lot of the original stuff, so I can't talk about, like, that relationship, but it took an idea, which, from what I understand, was, like, yeah, cartoons sell toys to kids, but from what I understand, the creator of He-Man noticed that there were girls watching the show and was like, why don't we give He-Man a sister so they can watch her adventures? And then they made She-Ra, which is kind of cool. And I think that's also what the reboot is doing in terms of, like, making cartoons for kids to watch, but focusing on, you know, more the girls and stuff. I mean, I just like big, strong muscle ladies, personally. And the plot, obviously, the plot makes me cry. But
Speaking of plots that would make me cry, yeah, both Howls and Wicked. Because the plot of the Wicked novel made me cry because I didn't like it. I thought it was pretty boring, honestly. I didn't love the book. But yeah, the musical slaps, and I think that the movie is supposed to be the musical.
Yes.
So, fingers crossed, we'll go see it together. I would
Yeah,
love to see the boys go see Wicked.
oh yeah,
The book was, from what I understand, was very political and a little boring. Having never read
And
it.
and then the Howl's Moving Castle. I really want to read the books. I've heard the books are pretty fun. Like,
yeah. Well, because I feel like I've seen Diana Wynne Jones around, right? That's one of hers.
Yeah.
But I haven't read that particular book. It's good though.
I keep thinking I hear the dog. The dog's not here.
You might be hearing my dog.
Oh,
She-
good.
Yeah, she's here being like, feed me more, and I will.
I understand.
That's
Can we
good.
see the dog again?
Yes. Well, maybe let her finish chewing.
That's a good
I'll allow
call.
it.
Come
I'll
on, come
allow
here.
it.
This guy's throwing his head all the way back because he wants the neck scritches. So, like,
It's bad for the
I can do
camera
that
though.
too.
Oh, Mouse does want to know what the measure of Rock's bicep is.
Leah guesses 6 inches.
We'll have to see.
I feel like Rock's not on.
Yeah, his headphones are off, man.
So if Rock comes back and sees that you think his bicep is a 6-inch circumference, he's gonna lose his mind. Look at the dog.
baby. Oh, hello.
Oh, so many babies. This is the best day of my life. It would only be better if all your dogs and cats were in the room with me here together today. As that's what the dog's here for. Yeah. Same, honestly. Relatable. Very relatable.
And I know, so just for 1 second to bring it back to the adaptation conversation, we were talking about it a bunch, so I didn't want to jump there, but the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the Peter Jackson
Yeah,
films.
Hundo P.
Because, yeah.
Still haven't finished Return of the King, the reading of it. I got so exhausted by the time Pippin was wandering around Minas Tirith, like not just simply vibing. I was like, I can't. I closed it up.
Oh yeah, the
Two
actual...
Towers is a good book.
Yeah, Two Towers is my favorite, and most of the Return of the King movie happens in Two Towers, the book, because Return of the King, as a book, is like the final battle, and then appendices for 75% of the page count.
like the part where they went back to the Shire and Saruman had infiltrated it. Like that whole idea of you come back home, but home has changed. But the movies are perfect, and it didn't need more endings in the movie. That's not a complaint about the movie. It's just that is an element of the end of the books I liked.
Yeah, no, I can give you that. Seeing all the hobbits go back home and be like, we've learned now, let us deal with this threat. Is pretty cool.
I think we saw like a flashback to that in Frodo's like vision of the future in Galadriel's mirror, right? But that's it, and it's like never touched on again.
Well, because in the mirror, it's predicting a future where Sauron is in power and the hobbits are like enslaved. And what happens in Return of the King is that after they defeat Sauron, Saruman is like, I'm getting out of here, and goes and tries to take over the Shire. And then the hobbits come back and are like, no. And then all the hobbits who live there are like, also no, get out of our house. And it's great.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them. We like to see that, like, grassroots resistance kind of shit.
Yeah,
like
taking the skills you've learned to stand up for your community, of showing how
write that down.
Yeah.
Write that down, chat. Write that down.
I will, right under Southmouth.
Yeah, Southmouth, take the skills you've learned and organize within your community. The important things you learned from the kings. Southmouth, grassroots resistance organizations. King shit. What does it say here? What do we got here? I feel like old J.R.R. Tolkien could have learned a lot from Lord of the Rings Gollum.
The video game.
Oh, is it a video game? It's just Gollum?
Yeah, that's what Leah was talking about. It's not good, Mark. You need to understand it's not a good game. That's why Leah made the joke about it being programmed on an Etch-a-Sketch. It's because it's a bad game.
Oh, the jokes have all come back around and make sense to me.
Sorry, dude.
That's okay. I don't understand a lot of things, so that's all right.
Okay.
I'll get it.
Two things.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to piss. And then three things. My bicep being 6 or 12 inches makes me want to cry that you would say that.
I told you.
Honest, I'm going to openly weep here on stream because what the fuck with this? You think that looks like 6 inches? Fucking get ripped.
Again, I live in Shani's basement, which is also part of her crafting space. I live on the other side, and like I've seen measurements, and like her biceps are bigger than that, and rocks are bigger than hers. So
Yeah, like six inches, as previously discussed. Like you measure around. For a second, I thought you had a toy there, but it's a cat. I was like, oh, that's a deep hook. I'm sure that's very effective.
who let you in here, Rock?
Damn, dude.
Who let you in here? Me.
You did it.
It was me. It was me. Oh, boys, I love you. I really do.
Me too.
Oh, you know what? Since we're still on the topic and we'll never leave, like I said, that's also one of my favorite things about Lord of the Rings, both the books and the movie adaptations, is what a beautiful display of male friendship. I
Yeah.
think we've all taken a lot and learned from that, and I think the rest of the world should too.
It's true.
You can smoke some weed, save the world, and kiss your bros in the forehead.
Yeah.
That's some wisdom from Papa Mark.
Kiss him right on the lips.
Kiss him right on the lips, like Carter Vale said in that song. You gotta kiss your boys. Kiss them right on the lips, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Something like that. I like it.
I enjoy Carter Vale.
I like it.
It's a good dude.
Me too. Me too.
So far,
And yeah,
as far as I know.
Fingers crossed.
I'm afraid of enjoying anyone. Sorry, go ahead.
Real talk. There's a Canadian band called Arkells. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them. My poster is in our studio because I'm a huge fan of these guys. They're from Hamilton. They're very they're pretty political. People, it's one of those things. It's a lot like when people are like, "When did Rage Against the Machine get political?" I saw a tweet once at the Arkells. It was like, "You guys are starting to sound like socialists," and I'm like, "Bro, they've been new." That is, I need you to listen to some lyrics when they've got lines like, "When the power's with people, I don't get pessimistic." Anyway, and one of my deepest surface level fears is that they will do something shitty because I will crumble and fall to pieces because that's the last bastion of I idolize this celebrity or musician. Is that
That's like the whole thing that came out of the woodwork fairly recently about the drummer. Used to be a drummer for Nirvana.
Oh, Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl?
Yeah. Apparently he was, and though I have no idea what his stance is now, very strongly in the conspiracy theories that HIV does not cause AIDS, and his advocacy for that probably resulted in countless deaths.
That sucks, man. I knew about the cheating on his wife stuff, but I did not know about that part.
I mean, whatever, you gotta get it wet occasionally, but you don't want to kill people. That sucks.
No, I'm very much I understand why people get upset when celebrities cheat and stuff, but I'm also always you actually have no idea what their internal relationship is ever like, and it's never a good scene, I don't think. But difference, right? Difference in culpability and bad things to do. This cat is killing it, crushing it. What's this cat's name, Austin? Remind me this baby's name. Is this Fermina?
Yes, Fermina.
Fermina, yes, the cutest baby in the world.
Also, we're gonna go back and read some chat because I'm enjoying these. Because this conversation is making me sad, and I'm liking everyone's takes here. We got Leah, who's describing the Gollum video game as a highly artistic choice because only a corrupt and twisted mass of code can capture Gollum's essence.
I like that.
Athane Photography says, good guy Peter Jackson adding women into the Lord of the Rings, which is we appreciate. I mean, to be fair, they were there, but he made them important.
Women didn't exist in the 50s.
So... Yeah. Well, and thousands of secret horsewomen. And the Lord, and then Athane says, sorry?
I think there's no women in The Hobbit. I think there's women in Lord of the Rings, but I think there's literally no women in The Hobbit.
That sounds about right.
True. I read that with my dad when I was 8. That's true.
Hobbit's still better.
As a book, yeah.
There's a dragon!
There is a dragon.
What do you want from me?
It's pretty exciting.
The book is great.
And then Athane does say yes. Back to chat there for you guys. Because this is important.
It is. Thank you.
Oh,
Lord...
did you want me to read it?
I thought you were gonna. It's all right.
I was trying to get it back to you.
No, thanks, man. Athane Photography pitches Lord of the Rings, but everyone is Muppets, except for Aragorn and Frodo.
All right. New take. Which Muppet?
Okay,
Well, I want to do which Muppet is the Kings, but now I want to know which Muppet is who in the Fellowship. Who's playing who?
Oh, that's good. That's a good question.
So are we doing Kings or are we doing Lord of the Rings?
Chat, which do you want to see? Ooh,
Yeah.
it's like Discworld dwarves, men and women look identical. That's also Lord of the Rings thing. But yes, Leah has chosen the Kings,
The Kings.
as Muppets.
I agree.
This is a great
I think
choice. I agree.
that's the right one.
And also imagine a world like humans purred like cats when content. I have great news for you. Your dream can become a reality anytime you wish for it to be.
Is that part of Omegaverse in some way? We can't get into that, man.
Oh man, I just started purring. Don't. Okay. Anyway, us as Muppets.
Okay,
Focus
so
in.
the first one that I can think of is unfortunately a king who doesn't hang out with us anymore. But though, to be fair, would be Skeeter as Jimmy.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy's Gaz's cousin, our
Yeah.
baby boy. He's off at college now.
He is. He moved out of the city. Stopped hanging out with us. But that's fine. He's his own man now, and I'm really proud of him.
Yeah. Yeah. J-Pat is Oscar, no notes. I don't know which one Oscar is. I'm
The
sorry.
Grouch?
Oh, is the Oscar the Grouch?
That's Sesame Street. That's not the Muppets.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're talking Muppets.
Yeah,
Lord.
they're part of the same Muppet Family Christmas, but in this case, they wouldn't be cast in one of those reimaginings of us.
They're all Jim Henson. Jim Henson.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, yeah, but like so's Dark Crystal and like Labyrinth, and we're not like he's the Firebird with no head. Sorry.
I was trying to do a cool silent Muppet for Austin. I actually think it's got to be Rolf, the piano playing dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He's not
that's fair.
silent, but he
Pretty
plays
cool.
mean keys. So I think that's as close as we get.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah.
I think Rock is Animal.
No, man, I'm Sweetums. Again, I'm like 6 foot tall.
You are Sweetums. Rock is Sweetums.
Yeah, I can see that.
Absolutely.
I don't know. This is.
I mean, Gaz is our Kermit, obviously.
Yeah, no, I feel like that was pretty,
That's-
didn't even need to necessarily be said.
Yeah.
That makes you Fozzie.
Am I Fozzie?
Yeah, I think it'd be Fozzie in that case.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I can sit with that. That's sick. That's sick. I think Clint is Sam the Eagle.
Well, yeah.
Just based on
He has to be.
Clint, actually, if you're coming to our show on the 16th, our buddy Clint's been away for a while and keeps calling us sabbatical, but he'll be back. He's returning to join the Kings. So
And then
you'll get
okay,
to
so-
meet
and that
that
makes
guy.
Rizzo the Rat, J-Pat, and Gonzo is of course Greg.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I totally
Uh-huh.
buy it.
Yep. I see it. I see it very
That's-
much.
That's the boys.
Oh, Brigham. We haven't assigned Brigham yet.
Sorry, Brigham was so active in the vocalizing of who we should all be.
I feel like so you know how in the best recent Muppets movie, you're watching it, or like if you've seen Muppet Treasure Island, Tim Curry's in it, but he's basically a Muppet. Brigham, I'm gonna say that you're kind of basically a Muppet.
Oh, you're the one human? Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
kind of
do?
like feel like you would blend in the same way Tim Curry blends in with the Muppets. They're basically just the same.
Athane agrees in the chat. That's what Athane said. Brigham's a human character.
That's
You're
so
Michael
odd.
Caine.
I hang out with both my
Yeah,
boys.
Michael Caine, another good example.
Michael Caine is the most serious Scrooge in the entire world. With no cheeses for us Mises.
Have you seen that where people are like, "Oh, those are both really good because Tim Curry considers himself a fellow Muppet, and Michael Caine treats the Muppets like his fellow actors."
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, yeah, dude.
My other favorite meme is just it was like oh, we're gonna have like a silly Muppets retelling of a Christmas Carol. I'm like, okay, I will play this as serious as a car crash. It's true. It's true. Commitment, believability.
They
it's
both
what
have the
makes it
best
work.
songs outside of like the
Yeah.
mainline Muppet movies.
It's true.
Elton John also kind of has that Muppet vibe. I think of that one where he's got the feathers, and that also could be Brigham. I think I would love to see Brigham do an Elton John number, actually. Oh yeah, chat. If you have any suggestions, I cannot guarantee we will take them because we are fickle bros. But if you have any like the song number suggestions for us, we've expanded our repertoire to kind of hold some solo space for the boys and their unique styles and interests. And I would just Bowie, yeah, of course, Bowie. Yes, correct. Yes, good. Yes, Bowie, yes.
Mark, I have a dream of you and me singing "Why Can't a Woman Be More Like a Man" from My Fair Lady with Henry Higgins and Pickering. I think that could be really funny.
I had not even considered the opportunities that opening us up to musical theater would offer.
That is one where I will accept the offer of y'all can do that if that's what excites you.
And it does.
Take a step back myself.
Amped.
Such a funny, these two characters who in the original book were written to be gay. Like, it was an implied knowledge, but they changed it in the movie to make it more heterosexual and get the characters together. But so it's this song of these two men being like, why aren't women more like men? If I forgot your birthday, would you mind? And it's really
the things men always talk about.
Yeah. I feel
Funny.
like balance of like low level misogyny, but because it's covering up deep homosexual love, which is a fun thing.
Mark and I saw it at the same time. Go ahead, Mark.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah. So most here says "Agony" would be such a funny King's musical song, and we actually, Brigham and I were guesting on a show, and we kind of greened out, but the subs they brought in for us were two princes who did "Agony," and it was pretty good. I heard. I was crying in the alley, but it was pretty funny. Big mustaches from those guys too, I think.
I do also want to say hello to Andrew from Playthrough Crew for tuning in.
Yeah.
What's up, dude? Thank you for joining us. We're right at the end here, but it's nice of you to chime in. For those who don't know, Andrew, as I said, is part of the Playthrough Crew here on Twitch. Go give him a follow. And has kind of helped, initiate me into streaming and getting my setup going and all of the tech stuff. So I appreciate you, dude, and thank you for joining. It's good to see you.
Man, I got this like cyst on the back of my neck that I cannot leave alone.
Don't follow me. This is my viewer account.
No, don't
Playthrough Crew.
follow Playthrough Crew. Sorry, I thought
Playthrough Crew.
I thought I meant that, but I'll say it explicitly.
Playthrough Crew.
Yes.
Playthrough.
Thank you, Andrew. Sorry, Andrew.
And they're out there having some fun.
Yeah.
I also love Provolone. That's a weird name for a character, given very.
It's a character in Dimension 20, in the Ravening War, played by
I
Jack
really need
O'Lean.
to watch those.
It
I
rules.
like him. I bet it
Jack
does.
O'Lean is so funny. It's so attractive.
No one can fault you for that. That's 100% accurate. Every time you view something, Athy, no. That's accurate too. Oh, boys.
Speaking of viewing stuff, it is a getting to that time where we're gonna wrap up the end of the stream. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being so active in chat. We love chatting with you and talking about our what ifs and our silly goofs, etc. And if you are in the Edmonton area on Saturday, November 16th, you can stop by the Grindstone Theater at 7 p.m. to see us. Our show, All the King's Men, a Bro Down Hoedown, Mansplaining with Drag Kings, where we do this kind of thing, and we get the audience to write down their burning questions, and we answer them in the form of an advice podcast that is live and unrecorded, and also we do lip sync and dance. So that's also fun. As we said, it is Movember. We're going to have some fundraising opportunities to go towards men's health. We'll all be sporting wonderful, thick, luscious mustaches. Hopefully, by then, I can grow it out. Anything else?
It's looking pretty good,
looks
man.
Good, man.
Thanks.
Looks good.
Yeah.
It looks good. It's clear that it's not just dirt, and that's the important thing.
That is. And you know what? I figure we're going to get there. That's what I'm going to say.
And Athane asks, quick question, do you all remember that you're loved and worthy of love? And I just want to say, of course we do. We're guys. We're worthy of everything. So.
Yeah. But also, thanks, man.
Sending that right back to you, man. Yeah.
That's nice.
That's very millennial, Brigham. That's what Austin told me. He said, don't do that. That's millennial shit. And I said,
millennial. I don't
Is that
so? Now are we doing this now?
Okay, boys.
Gaz is like, I'm turning off the stream.
Boys, no.
Done.
But
Boys, no.
boys, stop. But I will say, so come see us on Saturday. And if you are interested in more gaming stuff, This channel is where my manager Glenna plays a lot of games. She actually has her first partnered. It's not. She is doing a demo for a gaming company, game dev company called. The company is called 50 Rats, which was, she tells me that was very funny to get a like cold message from 50 Rats. But they're a little Belgian dev company, and they have a new game coming out, and they wanted her to play the demo. Basically, they saw that she had been playing Case of the Golden Idol, and they were like, oh, we're making a very similar game. Do you want to play it? We will give you a free Steam key and one to give away to one of your viewers. So if you're interested in some kind of mystery game, it's going to be full release in January, I think. Glenna has a key to give away to someone to get the whole game for free. So that is next week. 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on this channel. Glenna Ghosty, she will be playing their game, which I forget the name of, but it's called like Mysteries of Perception or something similar to that, and should actually have some devs on the chat as well, despite it being late at night in Belgium. Mark?
You have a question? I do have a question though. And it sounds like maybe you did, but I want to make sure Glenna reached out to make sure it wasn't just JPat trolling, because I think he does have an email that sounds similar in his list of aliases.
Oh, just 50 Rats.
Is 50 Rats?
I mean, they have like
for sure a company, or is it JPat?
I mean, they have like an itch.io account and like a social media presence.
That's too much. That's too much work for
JPat wouldn't do that. Okay, great, good for Glenna. I was worried for a second, but that's awesome. Slaps. That's good stuff.
In a trench coat? Oh, little Belgian rats in a trench coat. Yeah, probably. But that's happening next week, and that's going to be cool and fun, and I hope we'll see. But other than that, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. It's been a fun time. Do we sign off? We'll just watch. We'll watch Rock grow in intensity, and I will stop the stream.
Cut the chat.